Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today is prompt 5 for the 31 Days of Tarot 2021 challenge by Ethony. And the prompt for today is the card that stalked you in 2020. And I almost did not film this video because I didn't have any card that stalked me in 2020. But then I reflected on the prompt and I said, okay, I'm going to film a video because I do have something to say about stalking cards, even though no card has stalked me in 2020. And the reason why I know that there is no card that has stalked me in 2020 is because I tracked my cards, and I started to track my cards in 2020. This is the year I started to use this little notebook. And what I did is I separated this notebook in two sections, and there is one section for the majors and one section each for the suits. And I have one page each for each card. So I have, I start with the Fool, of course. So I have one page for the Fool, one page for the Magician, and one page for the High Priestess, etc., etc. And what I do is I track every single card that I draw or that someone draws for me. Every single card that appears in a reading that has something to do with me. So it's either a card that I draw for someone, because most of the time I do readings for other people. I rarely do readings for myself, actually. So most of the times I do readings for other people, and when I draw a card for someone, I just write the date on the card page. For example, this is a Lovers, so I write the date I drew it and which deck it comes from. And if it is a card that if it is a reading that I do for myself, I will underline the card so I know that it's a reading I did for myself. So, for example, in the Lovers still, this card here on March 24, I know this is a reading I did for myself. And I also record the cards that appear in readings that I get from other people. If someone else does a reading for myself, I track the cards too, and I underline twice. So for example, here in the Hermit card, the first time the Hermit card appears for me after I started tracking the cards, I underlined it twice because it was not in a reading I did myself, but it was in a reading someone else did for me. So this is my tracker, and thanks to this tracker, I know that there is no card that has stalked me in 2020 because no card really appears more than the others. At the end of the notebook, I do a few calculations. So I record, I have not started doing the calculations, but I prepared a little section in which I can write down how many times a card appeared for me in the year, and what is the percentage of that card showing up. And I know that, for example, each card in the 78 card deck, each card has a 1.28% chance of showing up, and each suit has a 17.95% chance of showing up. So I record everything, and so I know if a suit appeared more than another, if I had more majors than minors, if I had more court cards or more aces. And well, after I did all my calculations, I realized that no card really showed up more than any other one for me, except maybe, but it's so slight that it really doesn't count, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the one that showed up the most the most numerous times for me, but it's just by a slight hair, it doesn't count. It didn't stalk me. But what I did notice is there is one card that did not appear at all, and it is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords did not appear once since I started tracking my cards. So I can say that I was not stalked by any card, but the Ten of Swords was quite absent from my readings in 2020. So I didn't really answer the prompt as I didn't have a real answer for the prompt, but I hope this little tracking method was of some interest to you. And so I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. Thank you, and bye-bye.